Okay, so we wanted to do a spring homestead tour here. Basically, we get a lot of things, you know, in our cooking things. But where's the fresh fruits and vegetables? That's what we're going to show you. So, one of the things we have is a lot of blueberry trees. We've got a row out through here, a row here, and a row down through here. These two here are the pink lemonades that a lot of people watched that video about, so they're very interested in. They've really grown on me a lot. Might have enough to do a
couple of
jam
pies
or something, you know, just of them this year. Then over here, this thing growing around this old lot here, this is the goji berries. We picked these. We've actually started. It's toward the end of May here. We've already started picking these. We'll pick them till probably November again.
or later.
Or later. I picked them into January before one year. Grapes, we don't have great luck with these, but we do get a little bit out of them. We've got them there.
We've started muscadines.
I don't think they've done good to start out with. So, but out through here, we have apricots, plums, and on the upper row up there is all kind of apple trees. That's very old
And
apple
a peach.
trees. Yes, well, yeah, on up there. So
It's kind of
yeah, we might
hidden.
make a trip back around through there in a second because we'll show you our potato patch and everything too, where we keep it. But we've got plums, plum cots, all kinds of good things there. Down here, as you can see, the blooms, all of those are either, the big bunch you see of blooms is blackberries, and the ones above it there, those blooms would be,
poisons.
boysenberries. And then over here in this section is loganberries.
It's a little weedy. We're working on it.
Yeah. So, got all that throughout here. As you see, still got older apple trees up there that's still producing. They're around 40 years old or so. So they're still producing quite good there. And then you will see out here in this field area, this is where we have a lot of our newer trees. These bigger ones out here in this row, that's some of our mayhaws.
They actually got production this year.
We've got more apple trees planted out through here as well. Plus some things that failed, didn't do too good that we tried, you know, stuff like that. As we go up through here too, we've got nectarines, more apples, a few of those things like here. Over here is our kiwis, our hardy kiwis, as it's growing wild. These are ones you might have heard us talk about where we have blooms again this year, but we don't think we have enough males. So this is one you got to have a male and a female. So we planted 2 new males this year, paid up a little bit for those type of ones, but
These things, once they go nuts.
they just grow wild like all this type of stuff. Just
You can see Aaron had to cut them out of our apple tree.
Yeah, I had to cut them out there. I had to take the pole saw just to cut it off because it just
I gotta
goes
get out
so
here
wild.
with the zip ties.
Yeah. So go out through here. Got some more down here, some more later blueberries. So we'll have enough that should at some point take us from May till September, a constant blueberry production. All of this green ones here, these are dead ones. I'm getting ready to clean this up today. These some elderberries, nothing happened for. I'm gonna get these cleaned up, and then we've got sea berries on the way that they're gonna be put in this location here. We do put our potato patch up near the garden.
It's actually
up near the
woods.
Near the woods. It's done good here. We get good production.
And we've not had, knock on wood,
Yeah, nothing really get into these.
or
per
potato
se.
bugs.
Right. We keep less potato bugs up here than we did in the garden.
And it does really good down here.
Yeah. So give us a second, we'll go back to another location. Okay, so here we got a few little currants that we've got here. We've got some red ones and some, I think they're called champagne. They're like a white looking ones. Gooseberries coming up here. Some jostas around the edge there. And these are berries that we get, and we've got an Orris 8 over here in the garden, if you can see it. It's a mix between those two, and it is so prickly, so prickly.
It is like the best living fence hedge you could come up with. It is so hard to pick.
Yes, it's painful.
painful.
Couple pecans here. We get down through here. We've got some more apricots, some pears. The covered section down here. These are our gommies. As I think we talked about, I can't remember if we talked about it this year or not, we had really good bloom production again, but we just didn't have that many gommies again. I don't know, maybe they got bit a little bit as we get on down through here.
So mention why we have tall grass.
Oh yes, so why we keep tall grass around, it doesn't seem like the deer bother them as bad when we do have a little tall grass around it, because before, when I was keeping it real trimmed down, they were bothering the trees very, very bad.
But we don't seem to have any of that.
Yeah, they're not bothering them as bad like that. I mean, a couple here or there they'll get to, but not many. Down here we had some cranberries. I don't think none of those turned out this year again. But the bottom row we have black cherries, natives to this area as well, and really good, supposed to be producers. As we go on out through here, we've got berries all the way out these two rows here. Marians, blackberries, black raspberries, Logans, Anns, just anything, everything type of berries out through here. So got a lot of those.
This is berry patch number 2.
Yes, berry patch number 2. Pear tree and a plum tree. There's a couple of pears on that tree this year, and then there's no plums on this one. We got 5-gallon bucket full last year from that one.
More than that, actually.
Yeah. So give us a second and we'll go to another section. Okay, here we've got our elderberries. As you see, lots of bloom on this one this year. And we've got a small one coming up, a couple more over here. This one's done the best. So I've got a couple more I took cuttings from. That's, I think, probably came from this one originally across the road. Our garlic bed, it's where we have our garlic in for the year. And then out through here, we have some a strawberry bed, tomatoes beside the house, lettuce beside the house type of thing, as we walk our way up toward the garden here. As you see, this comfrey here growing wild, and then out through this little section right now, the only thing we have are some beets. That goes out through there.
We'll have sweet potatoes in a little bit.
And got black raspberries. Over here, our black raspberry patch. And as we work our way into the garden, if you haven't seen our video on it, make sure to go check it out. We'll talk about how we have this double fence system, as you might have seen as we go through some areas. It's really protected us from the deer and kept them out. Over here is our massive patch of Jerusalem artichokes. As you see, they are thick as can be.
We don't do anything to them but keep them contained.
They keep coming up like that. Great survival food, if nothing else. Not our favorites per se, but I mean,
they'd keep coming back if you keep them contained.
That's all you got to do. So it's some food. Cucumbers. We've got squashes, all kinds of squashes, tomatoes, more squashes, and the red buckets around the edge of the gardens where we put our peppers in this year. This year we didn't put any tomatoes in those. If you watched last year, didn't seem like the tomatoes did as good in the buckets that the peppers did. Peppers did amazing. We actually picked those the day after Thanksgiving last year. We had so many of those still.
And our garden looks green. We're trying to get it seeded with clover.
Yep. We're trying to get clover down to prevent some weedage and to provide nutrients as well. Trying that method. If it gets too much, we'll, start getting it out as well if it doesn't work from the clover perspective. Planted some sorghum just recently as well. And we're going to be planting some more cucumbers, and
we have rutabaga.
Yes, we've got some rutabaga that still hasn't done too much around the house over there. We'll go over to our last section there in a few minutes, and we'll talk about where we've got the honeyberries, carrots, those type of broccoli, those type of things. But want to show you all the stuff we're doing, all the stuff we're growing. We're just not cooking in the kitchen all the time. We have stuff going on outside as well, lots of it. So, if you like seeing this type of stuff, make sure to hit the comment, leave a comment below, hit the like button, subscribe, let us know if you're really liking us going through showing some of this. I have thought about if you want to see us doing more outside work type of thing, as well, make sure you leave that below in the comments too. And we'll go over to the other section now. Okay, and our last section here where we've got our honeyberries. We put in some new raised beds out through here. We've got some celery, we've got carrots, we've got horseradish up here, and we got some more carrots on down through here. The berries in the back, Saskatoon berries. They're closer to a family of apples, but they'll look more similar to a blueberry.
And then we have broccoli in the front.
Oh yeah, and we've got broccoli on the other side of the chicken coop as well over there. So, we have lots of things going at the moment on the homestead. We're looking at putting in more. We'll be putting in more raised strawberry beds for next year to get us a massive production of those. We probably had about a gallon or so.
From that one bed.
Yeah, from one bed, maybe a gallon and a half so far. But, it's starting to rain here, so we're going to get back inside so our stuff doesn't get wet. Make sure to go over and check out our link tree with all of our other content. And
thank you for joining us on the Canny Couple, where we work hard, live simple, and enjoy life. Have a wonderful day.